Hey, folks, it's Dave here in Studio B. Much less pain today. That stuff they gave me is just magic. It just took like 75% of the pain out of my foot away. Holy cow. I guess they use it for gout. Now I know why, because oh my gosh, it was killing. And they don't know if it's gout or not. They haven't got a call from the doctor yet. But anyway, well, it's a rare Friday I have off, but it's a Friday that I do have off today, and it just coincides with my birthday today. And as I like to do, if I have some time, is come on and play some of my favorite games during a birthday stream. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna bring on this. Alrighty, and let's see if I can make that like that. Yeah, something like that'll work. Alrighty, so it's not quite as bright as I would like, but we'll do our best with it. Um, so anyway, let's see if I can make that any brighter. Hang on, let me swap this up, and then I'll remove that from the stream and see if I can brighten that up a little bit. Sometimes I love this Elgato thing, but sometimes you got to fire up the software before you go into the camera. It's kind of weird how they do it, but they do it. Let's see if I can just make that a little bit brighter. Unfortunately, you can't see this off screen. There we go. Let's do that. Alrighty, so now we're going to exit. Now we'll try to bring that camera back. And I should have tested it. And I didn't. There we go. There we go. So now that's a little brighter. All right. I like things nice and bright. All right. D Scott stops by. Thank you so much. After further review, Steve, thank you so much. Charles, thank you so much. Michael, thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm gonna look again. Just what I like to do is kind of have a happy day if I can. So I'm gonna cut up some of my 91 cards here, and I might actually play a quick game. Let's see how this goes here. But I haven't done a card cutting video in such a long time that I think I'm gonna cut up some cards today. Alrighty, so we got this Pittsburgh Penguins, and then the Hartford Whalers here. This is such a fun game. I haven't played this in so long. Scott comes by. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, David C. I got this in a while ago. When did they come out with this? They come out with this a while ago, and I never got around to cutting this up because I got infatuated with football games, and now I want to get back to playing some hockey games. And not that I'm going to give up the football. I'm enjoying the football. I had no idea I would enjoy long play games as much as I am enjoying them because I kind of looked and it's like, oh, I don't have the time to play that. I don't have the time to play that. Well, jeepers, now do I not have the time? Because it is such an amazing game, that app of football. I really do like it. Hartford Whalers. I like the Hartford when they had the green. When they switched to the blue, it kind of bummed me out. It wasn't really Hartford anymore at that point when they went to the blue jerseys because it's like green was not the in thing for the long time in the NHL. You know what I mean? Make sure I'm cutting these correctly, and I believe I am. So I got Pittsburgh, Quebec, and Hartford. Charles says 52 games down in the 22-23 replay, 26 in Bones and 26 in Stone Cold. Nice. Stone Cold is really fun. Stone Cold and ShootOut are such fun games for what they are. They're not like a full play game, but boy, they're still fantastic. All right, so now I got the Buffalo Sabres, who I think in 1990 were pretty good. Andrew Chuck, Howard Chuck, McGillney. Oh, yeah, they were good. Malachuk, Poopa in that. Remember Darren Poopa? You know, as a kid, we like Poopa is such a cool name. RJL stops by to say hi. Thank you, buddy. And no, I have good luck with the Fiskars. I do. In fact, I bought a couple of them. So if one went down, I could have the other. And I bought a couple of extra blades. Again, the key is it depends what you cut. Like I'm only cutting 110 here, and it goes to 110 one at a time pretty well. If you try to stack up too many to save time, it doesn't always go that well. And I just take my time with it. They usually come out pretty good. Jim comes by. Hi, Jim. Yes, I'm feeling better. Holy cow. I was last night. I was in so much pain when I got back from having the X-rays done. I still haven't heard about the X-ray, but I'm thinking it's not a broken foot. and they gave me prednisone, and they're like, yeah, take it if you have to. It'll get rid of the swelling and this and that. But let's see what the X-ray said. So I don't like taking medicine. That's just me. I'm old school. I don't like taking medicine. And so I'm like, well, I'll hold off. And the wife's like, what are you doing? You're in pain. Take the medicine. I'm like, oh, I want to wait. Let's see what the X-ray says. Maybe I will feel better or something like that. And but I was sitting there in the chair about 4 o'clock last night, just in writhing pain. And it says, heck with it. I'm going to take the stuff they gave me. It's like all these pills. So I took it. And like 15, 20 minutes later, I started to feel better. And then you have to take a whole bunch that day. So I spaced it out. And around 8 o'clock, I think it was on here, around 8 o'clock, took the next dose. Holy cow, 50% of the pain gone immediately. So it must just be all the swelling from wearing my skates. That's what I'm kind of thinking here. But then this morning, I actually got sleep last night because I wasn't up screaming. The last 2 nights, I couldn't sleep because it just hurt so bad. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ty comes by as well. Thanks for all the Cards and Dice videos you do. And football the rest of the day. Maybe. I got to see. I told the wife, the wife's got to go to the dentist today, unfortunately. So I said, well, let's go out to lunch before you go to the dentist. So I says, I really would like to, there's a restaurant up the street from us that has a terrific, it's a cheeseburger club with fries and a pickle. And I just like it. I really do. They do a good job with their club sandwich up there, and I've always liked it. So that's like my go-to dinner if I get a choice. Now that I really don't do the drinking thing at the Chinese place anymore. So that's where I'm gonna go. Yeah, thanks, Steve, for coming by. Yeah, I'm just gonna be popping on from here and there. Hopefully, I'm gonna play a quick game here of Shootout once I'm done cutting because there's not a lot of cards to cut here. Shootout, because they're team cards, they cut pretty quick. We got the Kings here. Robitaille, Gretzky. You guys see that? You see Robitaille and Gretzky on here? Now look at that. Robitaille, Gretzky, Sandstrom, Granato. This was a good team. Kelly Rudy in the net. This was a good team. All righty. Anybody else coming by? Hopefully I didn't. Keith come by. Thanks, Keith. My dice roll on the table. Yeah. Yep. Well, I didn't get a fantastic finish last night when I was playing Apple. I come on late last night because I couldn't sleep, and I played the end of that Dallas Giants game. It didn't go too well. Dallas beat them up pretty good. It was fun though. That's the thing. Is I talk to Ron about that all the time. Is even in a blowout, there's fun to be had. Not every game can be an Alcoa fantastic finish. You know what I mean? You got to have a dud once in a while to make the better games better. Alan comes by. Thank you, Alan. Yep, this is just what I've been kind of doing the last couple of years. Is if I have the chance on my birthday, if I'm around, and why do I think last year was on a Friday too? Maybe it was a Wednesday. There's some days I have the chance to stream, and there's some days I don't. And Fridays after work, because I do the early morning work, which I was off today, I can stream on Friday. Saturdays are not a good day for my birthday. They're just not, because I work all day at the rink, and I'm pretty beat. Ben comes by, young man. Oh my gosh, I am feeling so old. I've been at the doctor so much. I'm on so many pills right now just to kind of get back to normal. It's ridiculous. It's like I used to look at the wife, it's like, look at all the pills you take. And now I'm like, hold my beer. Oh, man. Luckily, it's nothing really, really bad. It's all stuff that's manageable, but still, it's like, oh my gosh, I never envisioned one trip to the doctor and like, yeah, here's all these pills you got to start taking. I'm like, oh, lovely. Now, if I ate better and I did better things with my life, some of these things might go away, but as you know, it's hard to change. You go about your life a certain way, and that's just how you do it. And Calgary, oh, this would be good. What do we got? Calgary, Edmonton. So 46 games. So for Calgary, Theo Fleury, Newendike, Gilmore, Reichel, Makarov, Otto, McGinnis, McCowan. This is a good team. Vernon in the net. That's a good team. Edmonton, didn't they go to the 89? No, this is the year after they won it. So they still got a good squad here. It's just not the championship team that they had. I'm pretty sure. All right, so let me finish cutting these last two, and then we'll play a game. I have my lineup already set. Later on, I think I'm going to dig out some Appa-Dappa hockey later on and play Bobby Orr and Tony Esposito. I was going to do that with ShootOut, but I was like, you know something? Let me cut up this season here that I have and play some of the new season, because you always like to play a new season. So I said, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to finally cut out 90. I haven't put them into the helper yet. I was going to do that, and I was like, well, let's play old school today. I like the old. Sometimes you got to play old school. I mean, I like helpers, but sometimes you just want to get down on the table with the dice and not have anything on the computer. All righty. So here's that. And the last one here is New Jersey. New Jersey in the green. They didn't have green in 90, did they? When did they switch? Maybe they did. I'm trying to think when Jersey switched from the green to black, right? Because when they come over from Colorado, their logo had green in it. And then at some point, they get rid of the green and they went to black. So they were red, black, and white. And I was like, oh, good. Another team with black in their logo, like we don't have enough of those. Even the Stars did that. I was like, come on, you got the green. Is Hartford's gone. Maybe Hartford was still there. I don't remember. And we had Hartford, Minnesota with dominant green, and then New Jersey had a little bit of green, and then New Jersey got rid of their green. I'm like, oh man. All right. So that's that. So who did Washington the Rangers have back in the day? Mullen, Nichols, Gardner, Ogrodnik, Richter and Van Beesbrook. They were really good in the net, that's for sure. Brian Leach. These guys weren't bad. 36 and 31. And the Capitals, Beaupre in the net. Oh, they were 500. Anyway. All righty. So there's that. So the game has been cut. Oh, I dropped one of my socks. I brought down 2 socks and I dropped one of my socks. Can you imagine that? So I don't have any socks on right now. Not that you guys can see that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Boston and Chicago, because that's the score sheet I found. I printed out so many score sheets for all these games of Apra I was going to play, right? And then I got, doing other games. So I have tons of score sheets that I've been slowly working my way through, and I'm pretty happy that I've been working my way through them. All righty, so this is the 1990-91 season, as you can see. Now let's figure out. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do here? So I got let's see what the goalies are and the whole bit. So I have my dice. So let's see who plays in the nets today. All righty. So I'll get my pen, and I got my score sheet here. And so let's see. Can I get a little closer? Let's see if that's any better. You can see a little bit better there. Now the camera's in my way, but there we go. Let's have a glare from that side, but we might be all right. There we go. Oh, that's a little bit better. All righty. So, Midlife stops by. Thanks for coming by, buddy. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty good. We'll back that off a little bit. All righty. So, let's roll our dice here. Let's see who's in the net. All righty. So, we're going to start. Well, you got to go Belfour. Well, it could be Hasek. All right. Anybody but Kluche. I don't want to have Kluche in the net. 66 is going to be Hasek. Holy cow. What are the chances that I get Hasek in the net? All righty. So, Hasek is in the net. And for Boston, I don't want Norm Foster. It's going to be Moog. All right, so Moog. So Dominic Hasek will play net for Chicago in this one. Now, he's kind of new, so he's kind of down low here. So let's roll 1 dice to see what Hasek's going to be. And he will be C. That's not too bad. All right, so Chicago is a C on defense. And Boston with Moog, he's going to be a D. Wow, Moog's a D in 1990, huh? Unbelievable. All right, let's take a look at the offense now. So the away is F. So Chicago is F and C, and Boston at home will be C. So we get F and C and D. And let's call over here my scoring chance table with the FACs. We're going to go FACs today. I should go back to the dice. I did like the dice, but I'm going to go FAC today. All right, so Chicago is F, and Boston goaltender is a D. So we get F shooting on D is 1 to 14. So Chicago is 1 to 14, and then 1 to 29 on the power play. Boston is C shooting on C. It's 82 to 100 and 67 to 100 on the power play. And I think that is that. Okay, then I got my shots on goal. This is what I use for shots on goal. Came in the game. I love this little chart. I use that for so many different games to give me shots on goal. I do like that. All righty, so we'll put the shots on goal over here. Now I get to bring out my cards. So I got 2 sets here. So I'm going to put that over here. And we'll put that over here so I can have some room to flip my cards. So I got, this is my new set that I got. The last time I ordered from drive-through, I picked up another set of cards here. So I have the white deck, and this is the one I got years and years ago. That is still pretty good, in pretty good shape considering I've used them a lot, but now I use the helper so I don't get as much use out. So I get 2 sets of cards here. All right, so let me just do a quick barnyard shuffle. I could pull out my shuffler, couldn't I? I do have the shuffle that shuffles these up. And they should be shuffled all right, because I did shuffle the crap out of them there the last time I played. So, all righty. So here we go. And we'll put one on one side and one on the other. How about that? Let's see if I can get them all on the screen here. Here we go. All right. So welcome to Shootout Hockey. Gary, thanks for coming by. Cleveland baseball fans, thanks for coming by. Welcome to what be one of the few days without hockey for a while. Yeah, we have it's going to be a while before we go a day without hockey. That's not necessarily a bad thing. All right, so here's my teams here, so you can see the cards and everything. All right, so here we go. And I just kind of randomly pick one here. All right, so let's kick things off. We're in Boston, and again, it's Dominic Hasek in net and Andy Moog as Sean comes by as well. Thanks. I'm just kind of having some fun here before I go out to lunch with the wife. All righty, so we got 1 minute off the clock. So we're going to keep track down here on the time. So we're going to go 1 minute off the clock. All righty, and I think everything's good to go. 22. Nope, that's not going to be a scoring chance for anybody. So we play on. Another minute off the clock. And I'm just kind of randoming. I'm going between the 2 cards, just no particular order. I got a 60 here, and that is, nope, that is absolutely nothing. 2 minutes off the clock now. So we played 4 minutes here in Boston. And a 55, we got a penalty on the home team. All righty, so let's see. V? Yeah, we got some Vs. All right, so we got a power play now for Chicago. So they're 1 to 29. So here we go. So here's the first power play sequence. So we got a penalty on the Bruins in the first period at the 4 minute mark. All right, so we played 4 minutes and we got a power play. All right, so Chicago flips a 76. And that's nothing here. Almost a shorthanded bid, but that didn't work. And the second chance is a 79. So the Bruins kill off the power play without much to do. 4 minutes off the clock. 2, 3, 4. So we're halfway through the first period. It's absolutely nothing to absolutely nothing. Penalty B, home and away. Penalty B. Do I have a Z2? I do have a Z2. He gets 5 for slashing. So Chelios gets a slashing call. And I'm not going to go to the reserves today. I'm only using who's on the card. And for Boston, Well, that would be fighting if I have a 3 and a 3. I do have a 3 and I do have a 3. So we got some fighting majors. So Chelio's lucks out. He gets out of the slash, and I think what you do is you go right to the 5 and 10 for fighting. So you ignore the first one if there's a fight. I think that's how this game works. Thomas comes by. Thank you so much, Thomas. I'm just kind of playing some of my favorite games today on the channel. Kind of going old school shootout because that's what I kind of did back in the day. All right, so we play on. So we got guys in the box. I'm not going to worry about the fights. But it would have been Lyndon Byers and then someone in the Chicago reserves, which, you know something, if just for fun, I do have them right here, actually. I do have my reserves right here. Just so happened. So the Chicago reserves, if I want to really get into it here, are, let's see, let's roll. 56. Well, it would have been McGill, right? Because he's got the 3. So we got Byers and McGill on the fight, for those of you scoring at home. All right, let's continue on in the first period. So we got 2 minutes off the clock. Oh, you can't see that over there. Sorry about that. Didn't realize the glare was that bad. And a 26 is nothing. So no scoring chances or anything so far for either team in this period. 3 minutes off the clock, so it's been a stingy game here. A 41 is nothing. Another minute off the clock. 18. Oh, just missed. That was almost a scoring chance for Chicago. 1-14, they just missed. Another minute off the clock here at the Boston Garden. 84. Finally, it's a scoring chance, Boston. So Boston will get a scoring chance. And let's see who's going to take that chance. It's going to be D. So it's going to be Craig Janney. Craig Janney from the face-off circle. Craig Janney will score. So Boston scores at the 16-minute mark. Craig Janney gets the goal. He's out there with D2. So Janney's on line 1 with D2. So we have a 6. So we have just Janney right now, and that's it. So we're going to call that unassisted. So Craig Janney unassisted for Boston, and they lead 1-0. And we continue on here. Another minute off the clock, so we get 3 minutes to play. 88, another scoring chance for Boston. And we got a rare play. I'm not going to play rare plays today. E. And it's going to be, okay, well, we'll go reserves. I dug them out. They're going to be the reserves. So E on the Boston reserves. Maybe I'll get Ruzicka. All right, let's roll. Oh, no, it says A through C, so I got to go. I don't even need to roll that. I need to go here. E. Oh, interesting. Petri Skriko. Petri Skriko is going to get the chance. And he's going to get it from the blue line and potential save. Let's see if Hassett can make the save on a 6-10. 7. He will make the save. So Petri Skriko is stopped on his scoring chance by Hassett. 3 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3. That puts us at the last flip of the period. 11. Scoring chance, Chicago. So Chicago will get a scoring chance here late in the period. A. Steve Larmer from the face-off circle, and he will score. So Larmer, in the final minute, will tie it in the first period for Chicago. Out there with the DBs out there. So they're going to the bench for Chicago. So each team digging deep into their bench today. R5. I'm not sure how the bench assist works. PJ probably knows. Again, on a one-off, I'm not too concerned. Ronick's going to get an assist. And Who else on the bench here? Oh, let's roll for assists. 13. And McGill. Look, McGill can't be out there because he's in the box. So we're going to give this to Brown, Keith Brown. So Ronick and Brown, again, just kind of having some fun today. So I think we got Larmer from Ronick and Brown. And that's how we're going to end up the first period. So Chicago won and Boston won at the end of one. It's the champion having a birthday. Yeah. Boy, I tell you, I paid for that birthday the last couple of days. Holy cow. I tell you, when you get gout-like pain, it is so, oh my gosh, it hurts. Gary stops by. Yours is 2 weeks from Sunday. Nice. Yeah, nice April birthday, spring birthdays. The only thing that stinks about the April birthdays, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, you have Easter right around your birthday. So you'd get, sometimes it would fall too close to Easter. So you'd get like the Easter and the birthday all kind of bundled. You get the bundled birthday. So, you wouldn't get Easter candy and your birthday cake. It would be one day. It's like when you have a birthday too close to Christmas, that's the same type of thing. So that was the only bummer about an April birthday. What's weird, there's no Bruins game. Usually the Bruins play on my birthday. I'd stay up and watch the playoffs because they'd be in the playoffs already back when I was a kid. Now the playoffs don't start till August? Yeah, Ray. Yeah, a lot less pain today. I got to tell you. When you called me the other day, I was in agony. So much agony. All right, let's kick things off in the second period. 1-1 after one. Larmer for Chicago and Craig Janney for Boston. All righty, so we're going to take 3 minutes off the clock here. 1, 2, 3. And penalty away. So a penalty on the Hawks. Z are an X2. And yeah, so we got Lemieux and Dirk Graham. So it's going to be a penalty here in the second period. And we've only played 3 minutes. And so Graham goes to the box. And we will play on. So it's going to be a Boston power play here. So let me make my power play notation. And here we go. So we have an 11. Those going to be a shorthanded bid for the Blackhawks. G. So it's going to be Wayne Presley. Shorthanded. No goal. I don't even bother flipping the where because we always know it's going to be from the blue line. So no goal. So a shorthanded bid by Presley is turned aside by Andy Moog. And 81, because they're on the power play, that'll give Boston a scoring chance. And it's going to be A. So it's going to be Cam Neely. Cam Neely on the power play from the slot. This is usually a goal, and it is. So in the second period, at the 5-minute mark, Cam Neely on the power play puts the Bruins up 2-1. And we're going to get D2 on the assist. So Neely is his own right wing. And is there any sixes? Janney. Neely from Janney. So Janney with a goal and an assist in this one. Neely with a power play goal. And it's 2-1 Boston. As Some Roads comes by and Sweetest Jeff. You're at work. You want to, thanks for coming by to say hi. Yeah, I know it's kind of tough during the day, but I do have the day off here before I go out to lunch with the wife. So I cut up some 1990 cards here. Got all the rest of them over here that I just cut out. Love this game. And just playing a game between Boston and Chicago. Old school cards and dice. All right, so Boston leads 2-1. We're going to take 3 minutes off the clock here in the second period. So now we're 8 minutes gone by, or in the 8th minute. 60 is absolutely nothing. Another minute off the clock. 1 scoring chance for Chicago. A. Larmer again. Larmer from the slot on Mogan. Larmer will score his second of the game. And Steve Larmer has tied the game for Chicago. D1 is out there with him. And Larmer. So it's going to be Wilson. Doug Wilson. He was pretty good, too. Wilson. And anybody with a 6? No. So Llama from Wilson, and I usually play that straight up. Sometimes you can flip an extra card to see if you can get a second assist. I'm happy with one sometimes. And Gary says he likes the shootout hockey. Yeah. No red meat or seafood, Ray. I didn't have any. I think it was from my skate being too tight, like right here on my foot. That's where when the doctor pushed, I went through the roof. And he goes, yeah, you had to skate tight. It swelled up the nerve. It did something, and then it went into your toes. When you leaned a certain way, the nerves in your toes were going nuts. So that's why it felt like gout, and then it didn't feel like gout. Oh my gosh! So now I got to figure out how I'm going to skate if I can't tie my skates tight. All righty, so we got a tie game. It's 2-2. Let's see how much time comes off the clock. 3 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, and 3. And a 76 is nobody because Boston's an 82. Another 3 minutes off the clock. So we got 5 minutes to play. 26 is nothing. Another minute off the clock here. So it's a 2-2 game. 93, that will be a Boston scoring chance. D, Craig Janney again. Janney from the slot on Hasek, and he's turned aside. Wow, that's 2 huge saves in this game by Hasek, keeping the Blackhawks in it. As he robbed Petri Squeako earlier, if you remember that. And 4 minutes, 2, 3, 4. Wow, it puts us right at 20 minutes. So this is the last play of the period. 71 is nothing. And so each team with a goal in that second period, and we are tied at 2-2 going to the third. And I'm just going to play the one game here, then go out and get some lunch, and then see how it goes later. And I'll be back with something here. I'll be popping in and out all day as I kind of run around doing my things. And I appreciate you guys joining me, my extended family joining me here for my celebration day. Made it another year. Although I'm falling apart now. My hockey career is now in jeopardy now with all the injuries I have with my shoulder and my foot. It sucks. I thought I could play a long time, and just even the simplest things now are becoming problems. How did Gordie Howe do it? I don't know. Oh, Yager, right? All right, so we're going to start the third period, and we are tied at 1-1, and we have 1 minute come off the clock. A 38 is nobody. 4 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're in the 5th minute of play. And again, these cards are the same. It's just I mix them up. So when I play cards and when I play fast action cards, you get a little bit of variety. And I shuffle at the end of the period. In theory, you could have like 4 or 5 of these decks, and then you'd never have to shuffle. It'd be kind of neat. So where are we now? A 23 is nothing either. Oh boy. 2 minutes off the clock. 7 minutes gone by. 98. That's going to be a scoring chance for Boston. Oh, I didn't do shots on goal. I could do that after. Scoring chance for Boston. We'll come over here. A again. Cam Neely. Neely from the blue line, and he's turned aside. So Neely is turned aside on the no goal by Hasek, as Hasek is standing on his head, as we say. 4 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Scoring chance for Chicago. A. Larmer again. Larmer from the face-off circle. And Larmer is turned aside on the no goal by Moog. So terrific job by Andy Moog as Sean comes by. Soak your foot with warm water and Epsom salt for gout. Okay. It actually, I don't think it was the gout. I think it was the nerve from having my skates too tight. It just, when you tighten it up on your foot, like right there is where it just, there was a problem. And now that I took the prednisone, like the first dose, oh my gosh, like 75% of the pain is gone. It was amazing. I actually slept last night without any issues, without any of my normal issues, I should say. All right, so we got 11 minutes gone. Make it 12 minutes gone. 86, chance for Boston here. Who's going to get it? B. This is going to be Dave Christian. Dave Christian from the slot. Dave's Christian will score. And the Bruins jump back out in front. It's 3-2 as Dave Christian, he gets one by Hasek. He's out there with D1 and a 6. So it's going to be Bork. And so Christian from Ray Bork. And that's it. So Christian from Bork. I could flip one more. What the heck? No, lefty again. So Bork and Bork. All righty. Yeah, but that's good to know, Sean. So I will. I know the wife's got some Epsom salt. So next time that flares up, I'll try it. I probably should have done it anyway. I just didn't know if ice would make it better or worse, or if heat would make it better or worse. I had no idea what to do. All I know is I was just I was in so much pain I couldn't function. All right, so the Bruins lead this one 3-2 on the goal by Christian, and we got about 8 minutes to play. So 2 minutes come off the clock here. 94, not a scoring chance for the Boston. Chance for an insurance goal. Cam Neely again. Neely from the slot. No, he's turned aside. Hasek with 2 slot chances saves. And then another one from Skriko. I'm not sure where that was from, but boy, Hasek's made a ton of saves in this one. 3 off the clock. 1, 2, 3. So we got just over 3 minutes to play. And it's a penalty on the Bruins. A perfectly timed penalty as could be either West Walls or Nyland. We're going to go Nyland. So Boston at the 17-minute mark gets a penalty, and Chicago goes on the power play here with 3 minutes to play. All righty. 82, but that's going to be shorthanded chance for the Bruins. Shorthanded. N. Don Sweeney, shorthanded, and it's a save and a rebound. And the rebound is a 4. Oh, we'll roll this. And rebound is a 4. So that's going to be a score on the rebound, shorthanded. So Don Sweeney fired it at the net. And let's see who's going to get the goal. I forget how we do the the rebounds here. Again, you can either look here, and that would have been a goal too anyway on the 5. And ironically I rolled a 5. So the shooter. So Don Sweeney scores shorthanded for Boston at the 18-minute mark here. So Don Sweeney, the defenseman. Wow, that's pretty good. I didn't know that could happen. Don Sweeney, shorthanded for Boston, out there with line 1. So Sweeney, R5 from Neely, who's somehow out there killing a penalty. And the left wing, Burridge. So Burridge and Neely out there killing the penalty. That's pretty cool. So they got a power play goal. Yeah, so Boston right here, they got a power play goal from Neely and a shorthanded goal from Don Sweeney on a rebound. I didn't know you could get rebounds on that. That's pretty cool. All righty, so that was the last part of the power play. So not how Chicago wanted that to go. Sorry there, Marco. A 7. Well, Chicago will get a scoring chance here. And let's see who's going to get that scoring chance. X. Dave Manson. Okay, Dave Manson on the power play from the slot. Dave Manson will score. So on the power play, coming back the other way with just about a minute to play, as it's the second time they scored late in the period, Dave Manson will score on the power play for the Blackhawks. Out there with line 1. And so it's going to be Goulet on 1 assist. Goulet. And Larmer. So Dave Manson on the power play from Goulet and Larmer. And it's now 4-3. So we only have a minute to go. So what I'm going to do is pull the goalie. And what I do, again, you look at the 6th player over here, and I flip 2. I kind of cut it in half, so each one is 30 seconds is what I do. All righty. Nothing there. And empty net goal for Boston to seal it. B. So Dave Christian's going to find the empty net on the final roll of the game to put this away for Boston. He's out there with line 2 defense. So Dave Christian from Ken Hodge Jr. on 1 assist. And I think they're going to give that one to Bork, I think, right? So we got Hodge and D1, yeah. So Bork is out there as well. And that is that. So the final score, Boston 5 and the Blackhawks 3, as Boston gets 3 goals in that third, Chicago with 1. And again, Boston 5-3. Let's check the shots on goal in this one, just so we can kind of wrap this up in a nice bow. So let me see. So we had Chicago had, is my chart over here. So let's just one die over here for Chicago. So in the first period, 1 and 2, they had 7 shots. In the second, 6, 1 and 6. They had 11 shots. And in the third, they had 2 scoring chances with a 6, 14 shots. So they had 32 shots, if my math is correct. So 32 shots on net for the Blackhawks. Now Boston, they had 14 in the first. Oh boy, 2 and 1. Just 6 shots in that second period, and they did actually score. And then in the third, 13. So they had 20, 33. So the shots were 33 for Boston and 32. So Mo gets the win, Hassett gets the loss, and that was shootout hockey. So let me kind of swap this up here. I can't see over that camera, and we'll stop the extra camera, go back to normal here, and that is that. So let me get that out of the way. I do like how that goes, just right out of the way like that. So anyway, all right, let me come back over the middle here. Best I can. Of course, it's going to give me some problems. Problem is there's a wire back here, and the wire just like directs the camera. Anyway, all right. How about that? I don't know, something like that. So anyway, hey, I'm Dave. I'm going to go out and get some lunch here. Thanks for coming by. I'll be popping on from time to time. Tony comes by. Thank you so much. So I just want to thank everybody that give me a chance to play some shootout hockey here. I like to kind of have some fun on B days like this. And I'm sure you'll see me later on today if all goes well. BR comes by. Thanks coming, BR. And yeah, I'll be on, like I say, get kind of today off. So I'll be bouncing around, doing some things, running some errands, being on from time to time, and hopefully having some fun playing some games. So I'm Dave from Studio B, and hopefully we'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye.